We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And he'll elect not to run with it. Catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And incomplete to open things up.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's no trouble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Herbert off of play action. He's got his target. That's complete. A big play there for LA. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 10 on the sack.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball
drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 13.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, Martin, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Slot man moves right.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
48 yards.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, this team is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to them. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Herbert now.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
35 yards.
and the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But as Great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And it'll be intercepted.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift
From 17 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And that puts him at first. He takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hurts.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Second down, here's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
And he's in for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This connection there, he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Rodgers on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They go play action with Hurts.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A game there of 30 big ones.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The slot man in motion right.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
So nothing doing there, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Allen's got it complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And
he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it.
There he goes, right side. DeAndre Swift, he's to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 81 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? A lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof.